year of experience is really helping them because I thought that would be their Achilles heel again this year, and I was completely wrong. They've really kind of got after it defensively and really made adjustments from last year. Everyone knows about the offensive firepower. So the defensive side of the ball, I think, has been absolutely fantastic, and this will easily, by far, be the best team Georgia Southern plays. Like you said, depending on the line, if you can get that underneath the touchdown or buy to 6.5 or something like that, I like Western Michigan, especially being at home. They've played, hell, if they were in the Big Ten, they'd be in first place right now. They've beat 2 Big Ten opponents, and then
I think you may see if they ever add more teams, Western Michigan may have an opportunity to join that conference. I don't see how they can't. It's geographically makes sense.
I hear you, but other than this little run they're on with Terrell and Davis, we're not far off like 6-7 years ago for this team being pretty bad.
Yeah, but they have a culture there. You're telling me Purdue's better? Come on.
I'm just saying.
I think they deserve it over Illinois.
Big Ten just expanded, so I doubt it'll happen again soon. But I hear you. Maybe another conference. Maybe maybe a smaller conference like maybe like an AAC or something like that. Just
yeah,
maybe
I don't
just
know.
Throwing it out there.
I hear you. I'm just saying. I like what they're doing. Look, I like the culture they have there. Also, it seems like those kids believe there. You don't see that a lot in those small programs.
Yeah.
PJ Fleck, you would think would probably move on at some point pretty soon.
He's got to.
But yeah, I think competition-wise, Western Michigan is a better team here. That Georgia Southern option though is tough to stop.
Tricky, yeah.
It's hard, and Western Michigan, do they really see it much?
No,
not really.
Not many teams do.
So, let's get the BMOC conference going, Ryan. What would be the teams in that conference? I would go Western Michigan,
Army,
Navy,
yep,
Georgia Southern. I'd throw a MEAC team in there just to beat up on.
Just because.
Give me Morgan State.
Okay.
Who else would I take? Who else do I love?
It's hard telling.
Washington State. I love Mike Leach.
Yeah. For some, yeah.
That'd
be an interesting conference, though.
Yeah, it would be. That's a tough game. That'd be a great game to watch if you enjoy UT Arlington.
UT Arlington.
I don't think they have a football program. Let's do a couple more. No UTEP. Fuck UTEP. Pittsburgh, North Carolina, Ryan.
That's one of them.
North Carolina lane 7 over under 68. I think Pittsburgh's a play in this game.
Agreed.
In my opinion.
Agreed.
Over might be the even better play.
I have not been impressed with North Carolina this year. They go to Illinois. That was one of my plays of the day 2 weeks ago. When it was close going to the fourth, and North Carolina ultimately did pull away. But Pittsburgh, that offense has kind of gotten things going the last couple weeks. Defensively, I do worry. But North Carolina, for whatever reason this year, not the same offensive team that we've seen. Maybe it's the quarterback play, but I think that's anything over a touchdown. Give me Pittsburgh for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm not a big Nathan Peterman guy, but he's been good enough. Obviously Connor and Olsen have been good. They're running the ball. I think defensively they're better than what UNC did. And Bestcam is right. Even James Madison ran all over.
I was going to say, remember, they cannot stop the run. James Conner, his backup of having what's his backup's name? Olsen, thank you. They should have a field day.
Yeah, I think this is a live dog. I think they win this football game, actually. I would look to them on the money line, actually. And this is a huge game in the Coastal.
It is.
This is big.
Enormous.
I think they win. I do. I like North Carolina offensively, but Pittsburgh can match them. I think this is a fun game. I think the 7's really good here. Tennessee and Florida. Great game down in the SEC. I like the dog in this game. I like the Florida Gators, Ryan. I've told you that all week, and I'm going to continue to go with that here. Look, what Florida has done defensively is unbelievable. Look, I know they played North Texas, Kentucky, and UMass, but they've given up 4.9 points a game. Ryan, last week, they gave up 53 yards to North Texas. Even that is unbelievable.
It's impressive, sure, regardless of who you play.
Their defensive line is great. Tennessee's offensive line is not good. Tennessee has struggled defensively. And again, let me point this out. They have not beaten Florida since Ronald Reagan was president, I don't think.
It's a long time.
It's hard to think. And look, I know people are saying, well, Luke Del Rio's not playing. So? Austin Appleby's a good dual threat
11
quarterback.
straight.
Okay, there you go.
11 straight.
11 straight. So it's kind of like Ronald Reagan in office. Austin Appleby, Purdue transfer. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be able to score points against the Tennessee defense. I think this is too many points. I think this is a closer game than people think. Tennessee has not played well this year. Let's stop acting like they crushed Ohio. They didn't. Let's stop acting like, they crushed App State. They didn't.
Well, by 7 against App State,
Yeah.
that game went to overtime. They handled Virginia Tech at the game at Bristol, and then obviously last week against Ohio, that game was a dogfight all the way down to the end.
Right.
So yeah, Tennessee. It's interesting if they're going to have their one kind of moment coming out and possibly laying the lumber on someone. Maybe it's this week against Florida because this will be the first true test Florida's had. They're going to Tennessee. Look, I'm good on this game, Jeff. I know you've echoed this sentiment all the way since Monday evening to me that you've liked Florida. I don't see anything in this game. I'm good. SEC is a very tricky conference to bet on, I think. Florida, Tennessee here. Yeah, I'm good.
I told you at the beginning of the year, Florida is a good football team. They may win this conference on this side of the SEC.
This is interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how Tennessee battles their first conference opponent, and it's going to be interesting to see how Florida battles finally a formidable opponent. So a lot of kind of things will play itself out on Saturday.
I think it's going to be a good one nonetheless. Anyway, Georgia Tech beats Clemson. No, I don't think at all. I think that line's off. I think they win by double digits. Clemson needs a coming out party. I mean, they didn't look good against Troy. They didn't look good against Auburn.
Those Thursday night games usually are weird, Excuse me. I'm sorry. It's getting kind of late. It's almost my bedtime here on the East Coast.
All right, relax. Come on.
But those Thursday night games usually are. They seem to be close in the first half, and then kind of get pulled away at the end, kind of like we saw with Houston last week. So, yeah, Clemson though, they need to keep pounding these inferior teams. But
interesting. What do I think about the total? Trey actually mentioned he likes the over in this game. I don't know. I think it's tough. That's tough. I think Clemson will score. I think Georgia Tech will get some points as well, but the total's near 60, so I don't know. One other one, James Reno. Arkansas is a good money line play. I disagree wholeheartedly. I like Texas A&M a lot. I didn't understand that line last week. Why they were dogs to Auburn, I have no idea. I think Arkansas is pretty much a one-trick pony. Austin Allen has been decent, but Texas A&M, Ryan, defensively is strong. I actually like the under a little bit in that game. Okay. I think both teams will run the football. I think it'll be a between the hedges type of game.
That's interesting because it's a primetime game there in College Station, 9 o'clock kickoff. It's the late game. It'll be interesting to see Arkansas. Look, and Arkansas is a perfect kind of team. And look, I'll be honest with you, I don't mind that. Who said that as far as that? James said about Arkansas. Look, if you're confident in it and you think they're worth
they're not going
dabbling
to Texas Station.
Look, I'm telling you, but if there is a team that can do it, it's a team like Arkansas. It's going to be a hostile environment. What better way to take the crowd out of the game than to just pound the rock and get a 11, 12 play drive?
But they can't run on that defensive line. That defensive line is good.
Jeff, when's the last time you said Texas A&M's defense was good?
Their defensive line is really good.
Miles Garrett.
They're all,
and you run away from him in the running game, I think you can have some success. Look, I'm just telling you, I don't think it's a far-fetched play. Who do I like? Do I think A&M will win? Yeah.
Let's point out that James Reno is a heavy Arkansas fan.
Can I see it happening? Okay, well, okay.
Might be a little bit of a homerish there from James,
right.
But
the one thing I will say is A&M has been battle-tested so far this year. A&M's been battle-tested. Auburn and UCLA, two nice wins, and the kid Trevor Knight has been great. So and Arkansas, I mean they beat TCU. That's it. So, but we'll see.
Jeff, did you do any SPR videos this week? Yes, I recorded them today. They should be up later tonight or tomorrow morning. As always, good stuff over there. All right, Ryan. Good stuff as always. Let's wrap it up here.
Yep.
You're on Michigan, minus 18.5. You're on Michigan State, minus 5. I'm on Tulsa, minus 14.5. and I'm on over 82.5 in Cal, Arizona State. We also mentioned a couple leans we had. We like Marshall, plus the big number against Louisville in the over. What else do we like? I like Florida a little bit. I think we mentioned we both like Florida State to roll.
Yep, Florida State.
And Notre Dame, minus 20.5.
Yes, Notre Dame.
Somebody asked about Wyoming tomorrow night. I actually got to point out, Donnie Wright said really likes Wyoming.
Okay.
Eastern Michigan sucks.
They do, yes.
Also, guys, feel free. I want you to do one thing for me. I don't know how many people will be able to see this. Also on SBR, I do these videos Saturday morning. It's kind of a round table. We just kind of go through the games like we're doing now, kind of discuss some line movement, things like that. Feel free to tune in. I will have an added play that I really like, Ryan, this week, that the line's not out for yet, so we'll have that out to you as well. So, as always, great stuff, Ryan. Enjoy your trip to Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Don't enroll in school or anything, will you? What would you study if you went to school, by the way?
I don't know, man. It's a great school. You can't not go wrong with a degree from Michigan. It holds a lot of water, and the networking is outstanding. But maybe communications of some sort, which is probably what I would do. That's kind of the avenue that I would like to get into.
Last thing I will say, it's time for John Stump to resign. What you've done at Wells Fargo is absolutely criminal and disastrous. I can't believe that's being allowed in this country right now.
It's terrible.
John Stump should go to prison for... I want to point out, I worked at Wells Fargo. I was fired from that company for the exact things that you're seeing on the news. I was told to do those things. What's going on there? If you bank at Wells Fargo, do the United States a justice and close your account, please. Ron, you close your account.
I did.
You don't have an account there.
It's funny. Wells Fargo.
Go local.
Wells Fargo's motto: Wells Fargo, together we'll go far.
Right.
Yet you'll go to prison. That's where you'll go.
Well, actually, what happened? The CEO made all the money and blamed it on the
tellers,
the youngest, the lowest of low employees,
yes.
Who were told to do these things. By the way, say a prayer for Charlotte. Yeah, you know what? I will, but I will point out, we as a people need to start kind of doing our own research and stop believing what the media is putting out. There's been arguments in Tulsa that person was on PCP when he was killed. This guy, they're talking about, he had a gun on him. The riots are ridiculous. I mean, we saw in Baltimore, right? It's absolutely idiotic and lunacy. But yes, that's very sad what's going on there. I know you live down in that area. If you're a clown, by the way, stop scaring people in the woods. This clown stuff's getting weird.
It's ridiculous.
It is a god-awful thing that I don't ever want to see because that shit freaks me out.
That'd be freaky.
Really quick, last thing I want to say about the clown thing. Every night before I go to bed, I go over to my front door and make sure it's locked just because it's security for me. And what I always do is I look out to people. Every time I do that, I think I'm going to see a fucking clown.
Yeah.
It's freaky, bro.
Yeah, that's why I don't do that.
I know, but I'm trying to...
If I don't look, then I can't see it.
Yeah, I hear you. But, all right, Ryan, have fun, be safe,
thanks.
and...
Thanks, guys.
If you're a clown. Yeah, well, who likes clowns? Clowns in Mannheim. What? What do you mean Mannheim?
You didn't hear about the clowns? That's like, yeah.
In Mannheim?
It's close, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mannheim's not far from us.
No, it's not.
You're kidding.
People are fucking nuts, dude.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. No! Oh, I got to get a gun.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone have a great night. I will be back.
Yep. I was going to say, have a good weekend. Have a good Sunday.
Yeah.
Because I know you'll be doing an NFL show, probably with somebody else, because I will not be here. So have a good show.
We were very 500-ish last week.
And it's funny. We started off well as far as,
that Detroit game crushed me.
Ever since
that
then,
was
it was
brutal.
just downhill, yeah.
Detroit was brutal.
Shame.
We had the Colts. That was a tough one.
Ugh.
Jags. Yeah. So, all right, guys. See you next time. We'll be back next week. Donnie Rightside from Rightside Value Plays will join us on the show live. You want to stick around and join us for that. Donnie has a great grasp on these small schools. So we will surely be talking, Sun Belt football and MAC football. So chime in and join us next week, same time. You can also join me Sunday morning, 11 o'clock Eastern, We will discuss the NFL card.